It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, HP and Xerox, they're up at it again. I got to tell you something. It seems like every week there's more put on the table. There's more cards being played, but those cards are always being played by Xerox. John Vicentin and his team seem to be outflanking, outmaneuvering, and outplaying HP. Just recently, Xerox says, hey, we're gonna go ahead and expand our IT services business across the globe. I'm thinking to myself, okay, HP board, this is a great reason, another great reason why you really ought to merge with Xerox. Xerox has the footprint, the sales engine, the service engine across the globe to deliver your compute products. I did an earlier video and I said Xerox ought to call up Lenovo. They ought to say, Lenovo, we're not getting any cooperation from HP, so we want to sell your compute products. Lenovo is bigger than HP in compute. HP, pay attention. Pay attention to the opportunity that Xerox gives you. Recently, Xerox yesterday, what did they do yesterday? Well, they sweetened the deal. They say, hey, we're going to give you some more money. Because, that seems to be the big argument from HP. Well, we don't think you're giving us enough money. So they sweetened the deal. They're up to $34 billion. They have proof of where they're getting the money from. There's a whole lot of nonsensical talk about why Xerox, being the smaller company, should really be buying HP, the bigger company. Folks, this stuff happens all the time. Xerox has a plan. Remember that plan I talked about Canon? Maybe Canon's coming in at the last day or a couple days after the sale to buy a chunk of the new company. Who knows what Carl and John Vicentin are going to do. But I assure you one thing, they're on a mission. They're on a mission to consolidate. And part of this process, well, what are they doing out there? Well, they're recruiting board members to take the place of some complacent board members that are sitting on HP board. Here's an interview with Betsy Atkins that CNBC had. Betsy, she understands it. She says, hey, whoever consolidate first wins. She understands we're in a declining market. She understands doing it on your own is probably not an option. And she understands the validity in two icons coming together. She thinks it's a great idea. And she has a good argument for it. They asked her in the interview, hey, you think John Vicentin should run the whole company? Well, she kind of politically walked around that. But of course he should. Of course he should run the whole company because he's running the whole show now. You don't see any leadership coming from HP. You don't see any decisive action coming from HP. You don't hear them talking about, why they're going to buckle down and do it all by themselves and how that makes sense. They did talk about their 3D printing like that was going to save them. Folks, I got to ask you a question. What are you missing if you're sitting on the HP board? Xerox, getting into IT services. You sell compute products. It'd be a great avenue for you to deliver those products. Xerox understands how to sell SMB customers and enterprise customers and service those customers. Most of the service HP performs is outsourced. Maybe Xerox should call up HP and say, hey, remember that deal we did to buy all your toner for the millions of HP printers that we have on service? Well, maybe we ought to call Clover back and give them back the business because you're not cooperating with us. That's right, folks. Xerox services billions of HP printers, millions of them, because they understand how to deliver in the SMB space and they understand how to deliver in the enterprise space with a service footprint. HP doesn't have that. That's an added value by the merger. So I'm not sure exactly what the board needs. What's going to slap them in the face and say, wow, this makes sense? Because if they hadn't already figured it out, I think Carl's right. He needs to get a few more Betsy Atkins on the new board. And the new board will think, man, this only makes sense. What a great deal. Two icons coming together. Not sure exactly where this is going to end up, but I'll tell you this, my friends. I think Carl and John and the team over at Xerox are doing a great job. They are definitely in control of this. And sooner or later, it will be a Xerox-HP merger. And you notice when I talk about this, I always say Xerox-HP. There's a lot of folks out there saying HP-Xerox. Well, HP's showing no leadership in this. Xerox is. So I'm giving them the headline. Xerox HP coming soon. Well, my friends, we all know this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo and have a fantastic day. See y'all tomorrow.